Hello, my name is Danny. I live out in Lacey, Washington, close to Olympia, and I'm the owner of a 1977 Dodge Warlock. Kind of in the middle of a restoration on it. A number of years back, I did the cab; it was all complete, and the bed has been taken off and redone and painted on, and the frame's all redone. But it was time to get into the engine compartment and go ahead and restore the rest of it. The 318 that was in it was a little old and tired, so what I had done is I got myself a brand new short block 360. All my parts that I'd already bought in for that 318 will match up just perfect. Intake manifold, ceramic coated headers, everything like that will all match up. But the reason I'm really talking to you today is I went ahead and I lowered this truck. And man, I was all over the internet and looking on ways to how to lower the front end, lower the rear end on it. And as far as the front goes, I've saw things out there on the internet and on YouTube about cutting the springs, converting the spindles over to Dakota, so you can use 2-inch drop spindles. Somebody went out into the junkyard, got an old, some lower control arms from an old Dodge van that gave the springs a little bit of a recess. But what I had found for the front, and man, I was all over the internet and I come across these things, but it was hard to find. So I thought I would share this information with you today. And along with what I did for the rear end and where I got these parts and some of the other parts that I'd gotten for the truck. So what you can see down here in the front is a set of lower control arms that has a 3-inch recess that somebody finally produced. I guess they had enough inquiries, people trying to lower their old Dodge pickup trucks, and so they manufactured a lower control arm that has a 3-inch recess for the spring. Not a cheap product. I'm telling you, the pair were $800. It already comes with the bushings in the back of them, and it comes with the ball joints already installed. But it's from a company called Bulchalonperformance.com. And in a little bit, I'll show you a close-up of the piece of paper that has the part number on it, along with a couple other websites that are on there. So that's what I'm going to do for the front. To get 3 inches down, and I bought a brand new set of springs for it, and when I matched them up with the old ones, they were about an inch shorter, so that'll give me 4 inches in the front, and in order to level it out, I needed 7 in the back, and most of you probably already know when you do a flip and put the rear end up on top of the springs, that's about what you're going to get. I found a company called Rough Stuff Specialties, and I'll show you that website here on the piece of paper in a little bit. And they make a new perch, a lower bracket, and a set of U-bolts that will match up perfectly with the rear end. And I'm going to give you a close-up of this here so you can see kind of what it looks like right there. And they give you a set of new shock mounts that you're supposed to weld onto the rear end, but I'm telling you, there's not enough room left to do that when you get it all set and all done. So what I did, as you can see, is I took the old bottom plate and I had to wallow out the holes in order to fit the new bolts so I could use the shock mount. And man, I was able to use my old shocks, and it matched up just perfect, and it made it a whole lot easier. It was a little bit of a pain to wallow it out, but in the end, it worked out perfect. They're not tightened up yet, nor are the U-bolts aren't quite tightened up yet. I'm holding off a little bit so I can, once I get the drive shaft back in, I can make sure I get the right pitch on the drive shaft. I don't want to tighten everything down and find out that I've got it wrong, and then I got to loosen everything back up in order to do it. But I just wanted to show you that that's worked out perfect for me. It's given me about 7 inches of drop. I've got about 2 inches, 2.5 inches between the top of the rear end and the frame. I'm hopeful that I won't have to take it to a buddy of mine and have a C-notch kit done for it and notched out to accommodate the rear ends. I'm hoping it's not going to bottom out on me. They're pretty heavy-duty shocks. I'm hoping that helps a little bit. I don't ever plan on transporting anything in the back. It's going to be more of a show truck kind of thing and just a cruiser around town. But I wanted just to share that information with you so you could know how to do this and do it some way different than what's out there on the internet. That kit from Rough Stuff Specialties cost me $125. I bought just a universal drop shackle that got me an extra inch or so, and then I can always take it back out and I can always drop the back end down a little bit more if I need to, but I'm afraid if I do that I'll have to notch out the frame, and I don't want to have to go there. The only thing I ran into is I got a set of pretty wide tires on the back. Now that I've dropped it, they won't fit inside the fender wells, so I'm going to have to take those Super Sports off of there, the Kragers, and get some that's got a 2 to 3 inch recess, so I could get the tire and the rim up underneath the fender well. So again, that website for the front lower control arms, it's bochelonperformance.com, and you can see it on the top there. And there's the part number and the description of the part for the control arm for $800 for the pair. Roughstuffspecialties.com, and there's the description and the part number for the rear end. The JimsAutoparts.com, I use them to get some other truck parts that they had. I needed newer upper control arms. They look kind of bad because I got them sanded down. I'm going to repaint them a little bit. But I needed new ones. These came with the bushings in the back there and the ball joint already installed. Again, not a cheap way to go. It was $800 for the pair. I know a lot of you out there are trying to do stuff on the cheap, but I've been saving for this project for a long time, so to me it was worth the money. The other website I got down there is called DodgeConnection.com, and this guy deals with nothing but Little Rat Express and Warlock parts. So all the little finished nut kits, the wood for the bed, the new set of rails if you want, bumpers, you name it, they got it. So I just wanted to put that out there so that information is available to you. So I hope this helps. It surely took me a while to figure all of it out and where to go and what to buy, but in the end it all worked out. So I hope you appreciate it. Thank you very much.